Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kory, and I don't know how to intro this video. I've done Project Joy episodes for the past few videos, and so I kind of got my intro down for those. And this week there was kind of a combination of things that happened. Number one was I wanted to kind of take a break from the more structured Project Joy videos and just do a chit chat check-in video. And then number two was that I did a lot of self-care stuff this weekend, which was amazing. And then I got to the end of the weekend, and normally I shoot videos on Sunday so that I have time to get them ready to go up on Tuesday. And I got to the end of the weekend and I was like, oh, I didn't shoot a video. So it's Monday night. It was one of the most hectic Mondays I've had in a long time. Work was crazy. My morning was crazy. I didn't even have time to put on makeup. I don't even know what's happening with my bangs. They reached the level of being a mess and then just never made it to being a hot mess. They've just been a mess all day and I'm just okay with it. But anyway, all of that aside, like I said, I wanted to do a quick chit chat video and talk about how things are going with Project Joy stuff, because last week I talked a lot about how I was really struggling with body image when it came to fitness stuff and kind of my fitness goals and my body image not getting along and what I was going to do about it. And to me, a really important piece of this channel is the side of it where I open up about things that are going well for me and things that are working really well, and then also things that are not working well and things that I'm struggling with, because that was really helpful to me when I went through a really, really difficult time in my life, was to find people and see people opening up about things on social media that were difficult for them and talking about what had helped them through it if they were already through it, or talking about what they wanted to do or things that were helping them if they were kind of in the middle of it, and just knowing that I wasn't alone during that time of kind of trying to figure out how to take care of me. So I think that is a really important piece for me, is to make sure that this doesn't feel like a preachy YouTube channel where it's me trying to tell you how to create your self-love and how to find your happiness, but just me kind of sharing stories and ideas that are happening for me so that you guys feel like you're not alone and maybe some of this inspires you. So with that said, I also want to do a little mini Target haul at the end of this video. I don't do haul videos very often. Somebody asked me the other day if I would do haul videos, and honestly, I don't, mainly because I don't really do style and lifestyle vlogging very much. I mean, I guess I do lifestyle vlogging in the sense that I'm talking about lifestyle changes for self-love and stuff like that. And also I don't usually buy a lot of stuff all together. I usually buy one item here and one item there, so it's never really enough to do a haul video. But I'm prepping for vacation later this summer, so I did actually go to Target and get multiple items at a time. So I have a mini haul to show you. But so this is going to be a casual video, obviously, but I just wanted to jump in to the chit chat piece of it. So last week I talked about how I was struggling with creating, or I guess keeping, a positive body image and then also having fitness goals, because I kind of fell down that road of feeling like because I had set these goals for myself when it came to fitness that then I couldn't feel like I was pretty or like I was good enough or whatever because I hadn't met these goals. So it was this black and white kind of mindset where it was one or the other. So I talked last week about how there were things that I wanted to start doing that were going to be kind of body image boosters that would go along with my fitness routine to help remind me that just because I have fitness goals doesn't mean that I can't be enough and be beautiful right now the way I am, even while I'm working on those goals. So I've been trying to do those this past week. To be completely honest, I'm not perfect. I haven't done them every single day, but I will say that I've noticed that on the days where I really make time to do the body image and the fitness routines both in the morning, that I feel a lot more energized and I feel a lot happier throughout the day. And I notice when I get to the end of my day that even if I'm feeling tired, it's not like a sad kind of tired. And I've also noticed, really especially this week, that a lot of the things that I used to kind of reach for when I wanted comfort, like comfort food, or maybe like talking to somebody and just like complaining to them and like laying my whole day on their shoulders, like that kind of stuff. I don't have as many urges to do that kind of stuff because I kind of get to the end of my day, and even if it's been a bad day, I just feel like I have this kind of like peace with me that just reminds me that like it's just a bad day, it's not a bad life. And especially when it comes to like eating comfort foods and stuff like that, I'll still eat comfort food, don't get me wrong, but I definitely had a habit and still have a habit to a degree of like binge eating junk food whenever I feel sad. And I've noticed that by really making a concerted effort to think about my body in a positive way, that I haven't been as tempted to do that because I actually look at foods like, you know, big piles of candy and things like that and just think like I don't want to put my body through the physical ramifications of eating that. And so I've just treated my body better in like what I've been eating and stuff like that, or even remembering to drink water. Like it's a lot more motivating to drink water when you're thinking of it as like, oh, I want to take care of my body and I want my body to be hydrated, than it is to like sit there and be like stressing about like, oh, I have to drink water because water helps you lose weight, and I have to drink water because like all the fitness magazines say you have to drink water. Like I just always felt like that felt so stressful, and just by shifting my mindset to thinking of it as like something that I'm doing for myself throughout the day, so simple, like just drinking water. Like people just drink water because they're thirsty, but by making it like a practice of taking care of yourself, it's really kind of shifted for me and made me feel better. I don't know. It's kind of bizarre, but that's something that's worked for me. The hardest thing, so the 3 things I talked about in last week's video, in part 2 of episode 5 of Project Joy, if you can get that mouthful out. Number 1 was doing like positive affirmations in the morning about my body and body image and like just about myself. And then number 2 was, thinking of self-care stuff, like putting on lotion in the morning or taking care of my skin and like that kind of stuff. Thinking of those just like basic things as self-care items. So drinking water fell into that for me, just thinking of it as like something that I'm doing for me because I deserve to be taken care of. And then number 3 was giving myself a break. And so if I needed a day that was like a break from doing a fitness routine or anything like that, to just remember that like that's okay, it's not the end of the world. Sometimes you need sleep more than you need a workout, and that's just how life goes. Number 3, I've been doing great on. This weekend I took a day to just sleep in and just didn't worry about working out or anything like that. I like went on a road trip to the coast and ate a bunch of food, like ate out and like ate candy and all that kind of stuff, and just like didn't stress about it because that day was not about worrying about fitness goals. It was just about taking care of other aspects of my health, like my mental health and my emotional health. So that one has been great. And like I said, I really liked the thinking of self-care, or thinking of like everyday self-care items as like being intentionally for myself, like drinking water and putting on lotion and that kind of stuff. When I take the time to do that in the morning, to really like, I love to put on lotion like right when I get out of the shower now, and I just think of it as something that like I'm doing for me, which is great. But the positive affirmations thing I struggle with. It's so hard for me for some reason to stand in front of the mirror and say positive affirmations because I feel stupid, to be totally honest. I feel ridiculous, and I feel like I just am talking to myself, which I do all the time because I'm always like talking to the camera, whether it's on here or on Instagram. Like I talk to myself all the time. People will pull up next to me in my car and like see me talking to myself and think I'm crazy, and like it's like I'm fine with that. And there's something about facing myself in the mirror when it's just me and saying those positive affirmations that I just really, really struggle with. So if any of you have used positive affirmations in your routine before, and you have any tips or tricks or any like affirmations that were like good at helping you kind of like ease into that practice, definitely let me know, because I'm struggling. And honestly, I skip it a lot of mornings because I think about it and then I'm like, I really don't want to do that. So I skip it, and I think that that is a sign that I should be doing them because it probably means they would be helpful for me. But I can't do it. I'm struggling. So yeah. So all in all, it's been a really good experiment. I haven't done it for like a full week yet because I just posted that last video on Thursday. So I have another like 4 days this week, well 3 days now, to really like hone in on that and try to do those practices every day. So I'll talk about it again next week when I do another Project Joy episode, but that's how it's going so far. So yeah, and I wanted to kind of bring up, while we're on the subject of body image and fitness, I wanted to talk about how I think that I really, really love the fitness movement that's happening on social media right now, and I love that there are so many people who are empowered to share their knowledge of fitness and nutrition and different types of physical activity, whether that's yoga or Zumba or working out in a gym in like a traditional weightlifting sense or whatever it is. I think it's so cool that people are sharing about that because it makes the information so accessible, and it feels so much better to be like going after fitness goals when you feel like you're doing it within a community. But the piece of that I struggle with is that I feel like there are a lot of people, like women especially, that I follow who are these fitness models or fitness inspiration figures, and I compare myself to them, and because it's easy to do because they're real women with, you know, bodies in the gym, they're working out on their YouTube channels or whatever it is, and they're not retouched in any way. Like they are like really fit, beautiful women. And so I fall into this trap sometimes of comparing myself to that, because I feel like now, like, I can look at women in like magazines or in movies or whatever and just think to myself, like, yeah, she looks perfect, but she's not real in the sense that she's been retouched or photoshopped or, you know, whatever it is. It's easy to kind of like look at that and know that that's not the full story and that's not how somebody looks in real life. But that's not as easy to do when you're watching somebody who's just doing fitness videos on YouTube and they're just in the gym with a camera, like doing their routines. So I definitely have been working on trying to find the balance between being inspired by those people versus comparing myself to them, because the reality is I've never focused as heavily on fitness as somebody who's obviously made a career out of fitness has. So it's not fair to compare my body to that. And then number two, a lot of my a lot of my favorite YouTube stars who talk about fitness are like, they're dedicated just to doing fitness stuff on YouTube. So they spend their day talking about fitness, working out. They live in like sportswear, like that's like their whole life, which is amazing and it's fun to follow. But I have to like be really cautious to remind myself that that's still like a different version of reality from what a lot of people's is, and there's nothing wrong with either one of them. There's nothing wrong with being completely dedicated to fitness 100% of the time. There's nothing wrong with being somebody who only has 20 minutes to do an ab workout on the floor while your kids are napping at home because that's all the time you get to yourself. Like, both of those are okay. I would like to be somewhere in the middle of that road. But to do that, I have to remember that there's balance in that. So that's kind of my little confession for the day. So yeah, really quick, cute Target haul stuff. So like I said, I'm getting ready to go on a big trip, so I'm super excited. And I went to Target, and the first thing I got, actually the last thing I got, because I can never resist picking these up, is these little EOS lip balms. I got, this one isn't a flavor, but this one is mint, and it's my favorite. And somehow, the last time that I got my tires worked on, I had one of these in my car, and it like disappeared when they were done checking my tire rotation. So I don't know if the tire technician was just like really excited about peppermint lip balm and decided to put that in his pocket or what happened, but it disappeared. I got this really cute tiny wallet. My wallet is like super long, and so it doesn't fit in like small crossbody bags. So I got a smaller wallet so that I can use that. And then also I got just a couple pairs of like really cheap sunglasses. I cannot bring myself to buy nice sunglasses because I literally I always forget to take care of these, and I'll like throw them in the bottom of my purse, and then they get scratched and broken, or I sit on them or whatever. So it's never worth buying like nice sunglasses. So cheap sunglasses. And then I got these super cute little cases. This is like a cloth one, again, so I can fit it in a smaller bag. And then I got this one, which is like a hard shell case. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I've been on a pink kick lately. Just really wait for it. The pink kick is going to continue. Because I also got this. So I don't have any like crossbody bags, like small crossbody bags. And I don't really want to lug my giant tote bag while traveling. So I just picked up this. And then this one was on clearance. So I got it for $10. It was just this cute little crossbody bag. And then last but not least, for like a travel essential, is a good hat for those days when you did not have time to do your hair, or when you really need to keep the sun off of your face, or when you get to the middle of the day and your hair is just so sweaty that you just feel like nobody needs to see that anymore, you could put in the hat. So yeah, that was my little mini Target haul. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I always love getting on camera and talking to you guys, even if it's been kind of a hectic week. And if any of you are doing any of the like body image practices, I would love to know. I would love to do it with you. And again, if you guys have any tips for doing positive affirmations, definitely let me know. And just remember that all of you are beautiful, and I'm really glad that you tune in to this journey with me. So thanks for joining me, and I'll be back next week with another brand new episode of Project Joy.